Good day, everybody. Today I am going to talk to you about Shrinky Dinks. So Shrinky Dinks are going to be a pop-up station. They won't be here for very long. Everybody is allowed one total if you would like to do this. Even if you make a mistake on your materials, you will have to turn it into a beautiful oops. So Shrinky Dink is really cool because, for those of you who haven't used it before, it looks like regular plastic, and you can decorate this plastic, and then what's going to happen is I'm going to take it home with me and I'm going to cook it in my oven. And then this plastic that's flimsy, it gets smaller and harder. So here's some examples of some Shrinky Dinks that I have made. Again, it shrinks quite a bit. So this plastic that I used, or this one, excuse me, was actually bigger than this, and it still got that small. So other examples I used, that's a beetle, so I thought that was fun. Here's a fish that I made a little background for. And then another example I have is I picked a quote and then decorated the quote and then made a drawing as well. So this is what you're going to do. You are either going to get a completely clear sheet. I have some that are already frosted that look not so clear. Some black ones too, which I've actually never used, so I'm interested if you experiment with that. And then some white ones. Again, you only get one total. All right, so most of you though are probably going to get this kind of clear one. This kind of clear though requires extra work. You're going to take one of these. This is what is this? Sandpaper. And you are going to have to rough up your piece because the colors won't stick to the clear plastic. So to do this, you're going to have to bring your muscles, and I keep all the sandpaper when you're finished, and you're going to make circles all over so that your plastic becomes almost like a milky color. It does not look clear anymore. So every once in a while you'll have to pick it up and check it out. Once you do one side, you're going to have to do the other side. While I'm doing this, I wanted to warn you as well that every once in a while, one of the Shrinkies will fail in the oven, and it just will curl up and won't uncurl. So there is a very, very, very small, but there is a chance that your drawing might not survive. Okay. So I have turned it so that it now looks like a frosted one, which is what you want. But you want to do both sides because it'll make it shrink more even. Again, I'm using circle motions, not straight up and down, side to side. My hands are going in a circle. And it takes a minute. It takes a little bit of muscle. It takes a little bit of patience. Most art does take patience. All right. So the advantage of doing one of the frosted ones, one of the clear ones, is because you can trace what you would like to make. And as a matter of fact, that's going to be a requirement if you're using one of these. Now, if you're using a white or black one, you can't trace anything underneath it. But these, you can either make a drawing that you really like and you're going to put it on here, or find an image that you really like. Because again, you only get one, so if you just start drawing on it, mistakes happen. Even if you have one of these, I suggest making a plan, maybe even a sketch before you work on it. Okay, now I already went ahead and just found a picture I like. So I'm gonna go ahead and trace this horse onto here. I can still see it under here. It's not perfect, but I can see it. If you use a pencil to draw on here and erase, you could, but you're still going to see the pencil marks when it shrinks because colors get extra dark. Like this is all just Sharpie and colored pencils, which are the two materials you can use. So I'm going to go ahead and start sharpening the outline of the horse. If you could just be patient, and unfortunately I won't be able to shrink them here with you. All right. to make sure I'm not confused on which horse legs I'm going to do. Putting all of their muscles. That's the nice thing about tracing images that already exist. But again, you do not have to do this. Put his belly, back leg, other back leg. All right. And then I could put the eye, put the nostril. All right, so about ready to color. You could do your name, that's always a fun one. Of course, animals, quotes. Okay, so I've got my horse. I could leave it with the image underneath it, but I don't have to. So right now, that's my drawing. But I could go back and color it too. Now, colored pencils, once again, are the best ones. But who says I need to make this horse regular colored? Let's make it green. Ooh, or this pretty blue. I like to use lots of different colors to make my drawing more interesting. So I see some of you working on drawings, and for instance, you choose like one blue. Choose several. There we go. So I've got 3 different qualities of blue, and I'm going to add them all to the fur. And again, I'm not going to do everything. But I am going to take my time, and hopefully I'll be able to shrink this and show it to you in class. You can make small circle motions again with a colored pencil too. I like to go slightly darker around the edges. Again, I'm adding other colors in. I'm not just going with one blue, but I'm blending them in. So take your time. All right. So again, when you're finished, you're also going to have to make sure your name is on it, and then I will shrink it. And you could see, I wrote my name, well, maybe you can't see because it's very small. I wrote my name regular sized, and it became that size. So please write it regular size. If you write it microscopically, when it shrinks, I'm not going to be able to see it. And I can't wait for you to be able to use this and glue it to a frame or whatever you choose to do with it once it is completed. All right, friends, happy shrinking.